All the disrespect, the free play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to the second episode of Checking These Buttons today. Hope you guys enjoyed the earlier one. We got some more hot stuff popping off. I noticed Jiyuna posted a video, very interesting topic, as well as Justin Wong. They digging in deep. They digging in deep to these new games. A lot of them have a lot of controversy surround them, so we're about to unpack it all. Chapters down below if you want to skip around, sub button. You already know the drill. Without further ado, hope you're having a good day. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of 2XKO might be in trouble. Now, we did post a video not too long ago with the response of, what was it, Marvel Tokon. That one was released. Since then, it seems like a lot of people have been shitting on 2XKO. Well, with any tag fighter that's been released, because it looks like there's a lot of pent-up hatred or resentment going on, or revolving, I should say, around 2XKO. A game that was once notably, I guess, could be considered a possible savior, a game changer, especially like financially. Now, not so much the case, at least for now. At least for now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the hype is kind of dwindled. We don't know, obviously. I'm kind of dooming right now because we don't know until the game drops. I'm just talking about how it was perceived last year, the year before that. Money started dropping with Capcom and it started going up, and then Saudi stopped in, and now what else do we got? We got what just dropped the other day? Invincible versus. On top of that, Hunter x Hunter, and then we got the big one, which was why am I getting so many fucking brain farts right now? Marvel Tokon. It just seems like this shit is getting buried, and by this shit I mean 2XKO. Anyway, Jiyuna went in deep, saying his perspective and what he saw on social media. Let's unpack.
It's pretty funny, you know, DJ Cal playing basketball. So I wasn't really thinking much. I just laughed. I was like, damn, they really are turning on 2XKO.
I did see that one as well.
And I got so many comments. So many people were like, good riddance. I can't stand it. Yeah, they deserve they deserve to fail. Like, the negativity was overwhelming. I was very, very shocked by the comments I got on that one. And then I was like, damn, are they okay? Is this just my Twitter? Am I just, you know, a bunch of haters following me? I went to the Reddit. Their Reddit was 10 times worse. It was crazy. So this is a funny meme I stole from there, but there's all sorts of memes, all sorts of doom posting. But their Reddit, the 2XKO Reddit, which is supposed to be, you know, a gathering of fans, was insane.
Hold on, what did they say? They got 8 characters in a debut trailer while 2XKO is still scraping on 7.
You know, a gathering of fans was insane. Just the whole front page was just pure negativity, pure doom posting. It got so bad that some people were like, we need to make a separate Reddit. The doomers can keep this one. Let's make a separate one called like 2XKO fans, where we only like good vibes, but they're having like a civil war over there. It's just really bad right now. So the reason why this...
That's a dope shirt, by the way. I see with the swag, backdash. That's pretty dope.
So like shocking to me, and maybe this kind of the point of the videos. I want to just kind of tell you, if you're a newer player, if you weren't around for when 2XKO Project L, was first revealed,
right,
the level of hope, the level of anticipation was higher for that game than I've seen for any other fighting game. You know, we talked about Marvel earlier. The initial Project L was 100 times more hype, more anticipated. It was crazy. I made this video way back in, see, I got my Christmas tree, way back in 2019 as a joke, trying to make fun of people. But it was true. It wasn't really a joke. The video was called Project L is going to end world hunger, because that's what people were feeling back then. Anytime there was a problem with anything.
What did that say, though? What did that say? I remember seeing that as well. Professional players, commentators, commentators looking for work, super nude, come on. People who hate fighting games, Cannon Brothers, everybody looking up to Riot Games. Okay, come on, man.
See, I got my Christmas tree way back in 2019 as a joke, trying to make fun of people. But it was true. It wasn't really a joke. The video was called Project L is going to end world hunger, because that's what people were feeling back then. Anytime there was a problem with anything, any fighting game had any issue, anyone was upset about anything, they're like, just wait for Project L. You know what? Project L's coming. It's all going to be fixed. Don't worry about it. And to be fair, there were a lot of issues back then. If you weren't around 2019, it was a completely different time. Fighting games were not good. You could say they're not good now, but they've gotten a lot better, right? So like netcode was horrible. You couldn't really net play fighting games.
Nope.
There was no money. So again, I don't care, but some people really...
Yeah, if you think about it, back in 2019, that was right before the lockdown, which was the worst. Y'all remember that shit. But anyway, before that, that was a different... Man, it's crazy how 2020 just changed the whole spectrum of fucking life. Not even the FGC, but just total, like the way we view things and do things. But anyway, just in 2019, we had a shitload of tournaments. People were traveling. There was like a tournament every weekend. There was a lot going on. It didn't really shut down and move to like online, obviously, until we had to. But like he's saying, netcode was still shit for the most part. We were like, well, we don't know if we can play online. We need to play online. We were pushing online so fucking hard. I mean, we were pushing the shit out of it. Then when it seemed like we kind of started getting it, 2020, and especially after, when stuff started getting better, we started pushing offline back again. We're like, oh, slow down. Hold on. We don't know if we want all these events online. Remember, didn't they do like a fucking Evo online? Wasn't that 2020? Some shit like that. But anyway, it's almost like we got it too fast. And we're like, oh, maybe we don't want it exactly like this. Anyway, continue.
They want to become pros. They want commentator. They want a commentary crew. They need money. There's no money. The products themselves are not that great. It was Japanese devs weren't really listening to what the Western fans wanted. They're just putting out whatever kind of slop they cared about. No quality of life, like no training modes suck, no frame data. There's all sorts of like issues there. And then team fighters were kind of, aside from Dragon Ball fighters, they were kind of like falling off. We didn't really have any new one for a while. But all those issues, Project L got announced and it was perfect. Everything was going to be solved by one game. Like Big Riot was going to come in, save the FGC, legitimize esports. The savior was coming. The problem is it took so long and it's still not out. We're still waiting, right? But in that long span of time, all those problems I just listed, they've been pretty much fixed, right? So net play is great compared to 2019. It's completely fine for me. I know a lot of people in the West can net play completely normally now. There's a ton of money, too much money in my opinion. We even got Saudi cash taken over now, but there's money now. The product's got a lot better. Street Fighter 6 is an amazing product right there. And then talking about tag games, it's the tag slop era right now. We just have like 5 new tag fighters got announced. So all that stuff that Project L was going to solve has been solved. So it's like, what's left? Like, who cares about 2XKO now? So that's the sentiment. That's not my sentiment. Hold on, I want to talk about why I think it still has a really important place in the FGC. But that's how a lot of people are feeling, right? In like this and this, it's like, damn, why are we still waiting? Like, it's not going to do anything special. So that's very fair. I think that's very valid to be upset. The reason why I'm not upset because I was never excited to begin with. So I'm just observing on the side. But the anger, the disappointment is very, very fair. But I think it's still worth being excited for, not for the gameplay, not because it's going to have good netcode, because like I said, we have that already. But no matter what happens, no matter what game comes out, I'm very, very excited for 2XKO for the free-to-play aspect and the social aspect. Those are the 2 points from the beginning since it got announced. That's what I've been focused on. I assure you, however long you take, whatever product you put out at the start is going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's it. Like, we're releasing a 2v2 tag fighter with 10 characters. Like, that's horrible. If you put out 8 or you put out 10, there's no difference right there. The way the game, the balance and the gameplay, we've seen it just like constantly change and change and change. Kind of like they lack direction. They don't know what's going on. Like, new fuse system. This fuse is gone. This is there. This is that. So the game needs a lot of adjustments. Just do it alongside the community. Throw the game out now in like a beta or early access or something. It's going to have a lot of problems. It's going to have a small cast, but that free-to-play aspect is there. The community aspect is there. Build up the hype, build up the game together with the community. I think that's what I would do.
All right, so we're going to stop it right there. Definitely check out the rest of his video. I believe I saw him tweet out something similar a while ago saying, release it. Release it, and yes, you might. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be the launch you dreamed of, especially keeping it in the oven for this long. But it's more important to just do it. To just do it now, and that way it can grow with the community. You can listen to feedback, whatever you're doing, you could do with the community, add your characters, and you could start snowballing effect, start growing. Anyway, definitely interesting, man. The game is supposed to come out sometime this year. I know it might seem like a lot of dooming, a lot of people wanting it to fail. I really don't, the FGC is like that as social media. I really don't think so many people really, really want it to fail. It's just they do feel some type of way, almost like resentment. Like, You guys have made us wait. We should have had this. We should have had this. We had these hopes. We thought it was going to be this, this, and this, and it turns out it's not going to be. And then on top of that, we're still waiting. So it is turning into this weird, like, kind of fuck you to the game. Now, granted, that's a small portion because we're going off FGC social media, but that vibe is definitely out there. In the meantime, we can just wait. And hopefully, like Jiyuna was just talking about, this thing, even though it might catch Nell up front, hopefully it can survive. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, now into them updated Invincible versus and Justin Wong buttons that need to be checked. So they just posted a new trailer from IGN a few hours ago today. I haven't seen it. This one's about 9 minutes long. We're just gonna watch a minute or two and then we're gonna jump over to Justin Wong. So there's already some concerns about this game. Some people hype, some people not. I know they're more hype than fucking 2XKO. I don't know if it's gonna do better, but I'm just saying hype-wise, right? We're riding that hype train right now. They just dropped this. I'm gonna put the link down below so you can check out the full action for both videos. So they're diving into aspects of like how it breaks down and how it's still bare bones. So that kind of gives me hope because they're like, yo, it's gonna be better. They're still working on it. And then jumping to Justin Wong, he goes on to like how exactly it plays like Killer Instinct and then breaks it down even further. Let's jump in.
Often shocking story, and that's reflected in how the characters interact on screen. If you're the one dishing out the hurt, your character will quite literally get blood on their hands. It just isn't theirs. Meanwhile, if you're the one getting hit, it'll be obvious. If you've been blocking with your face, the bruises will make sure everyone knows it. That pristine costume will look like you've lost a fight with a lawnmower. The rest of you will resemble a prize fighter who just went 12 rounds with a heavyweight. Or just Mark himself after he's been fighting his dad. Invincible Versus is far from the first fighting game to do real-time battle damage, but it looks...
So it does have the real-time damage. Okay, that's cool. I always thought that was a cool aspect. I mean, obviously it's not mandatory, but I always thought that was cool. Also, too, why does the fucking commentator of this video sound like AI? What? He sounds like very robotic. I don't know. Let's continue.
Great, and I appreciated how I could tell who was winning without looking at the health gauge at the top of the screen, and that it matched the show's visual language. There's a lot of blood here, folks. And hey, if you end a fight with the right special or super move, and we'll dig into the gameplay in a second, I promise, you can pop Adam Eve's head off or turn Bulletproof into a series of limbs missing a torso.
This is gonna hurt! Not done yet! Last one!
Damn!
And it's not just the characters absorbing all this damage.
That's the other thing, man. I know most of you are not content creators, but Mortal Kombat sucks. I can't even imagine how the content creators that just do MK survive because you can't monetize shit. Well, actually, they gotta turn the blood green, black and white. You gotta cut out certain cut shots. It sucks. YouTube hates Mortal Kombat, as do a lot of other people. Anyway, that's enough shots fired from now. What I'm trying to say is, I wonder if it's gonna do the same thing for this shit. I really wonder. I mean, there's a lot of gore. It would have to, right? I would imagine. Anyway, let's continue.
The environments will feel the impact of these super-powered brawls too. There's less of a visible impact on the moon because, well, the moon is kind of empty. You can absolutely punch somebody so hard they break orbit or end up on another different stage.
Watch out!
Yeah, and I think there's no motion, like, right? There's no motion inputs. Like to hit the super, you just hit a button. So they remove the motions out. And I know other people are already feeling like, oh fuck, here we go, another 2XKO. This is gonna be ass. But like I was saying in the other video, fucking Yipes, Justin Wong, I'm pretty sure these guys are not being paid to say these things. I mean, they were like, I guess, testing it out. But a lot of them said they're going the right direction. And these guys are some of the legends when it comes to tag fighters. So I don't know, going to be pretty interesting. But at the same time, yeah, a lot of people are kind of going that way now, trying to make it easier for the newcomer. Oh.
Okay, so the presentation stuff is pretty cool. In a lot of ways, it resembles the tag fighters of yesteryear, but there are some unique twists here. You've got your standard light, medium, and heavy attacks, as well as a light auto combo for folks like me who were just starting out. Special moves are their own button, but Invincible Versus doesn't use motion inputs. You choose your special, kind of like you do in Super Smash Bros. Pick a direction and press that special button.
Okay, there you have it.
So the core gameplay is a lot like Marvel or Dragon Ball FighterZ. Lights go into mediums, which go into heavies, though you can do things like switching between crouching and standing normals to spice things up and open up new routes.
Damn,
And
okay.
down in heavy gets you a launcher for an air combo. You can also enhance your special moves for special properties and extra hits if you've got the meter.
Now, let's jump into some Jay Wong. He just posted this a few hours ago too, talking about the similarities between this and Killer Instinct. Obviously, it's the same team behind it, and then even goes deeper. His video is about 13 minutes long. Let's just cap a couple of minutes.
You can break that. So they have like this like kind of like Killer Instinct, like you break the combo if you manually time it. Seeing that you got hit, tapping the right button at the same time, and then that's how you do it. So it's like light obviously is faster, less hit stun. Medium has medium hit stun. It's obviously a little bit more visible. And heavy is like more of like a bigger wind up move. But obviously with heavy, you probably get the most damage, right? Kind of similar to, like I said, to Killer Instinct. So, which is really, really cool. There's also LMH, light, medium, heavy, one button specials, super 1, super 2, and ultimates and everything, and also EX moves, right? There's EX moves as well too, so I guess they call it boosted specials. So that's an assist and a chase down. And the thing about when I play ANIMEILLUMINATI, I felt like she was very underwhelming at the time, but it seems like they improved her a lot. So I don't know what it's that called, but that's the assist tag where you can bring in your other character. So now you can break that if you manually time it. Like I said, it's like kind of like a Killer Instinct thing. When you kill somebody, it feels like kind of like a fatal blow from Mortal Kombat, where he kills one character right there, Dula comes in, and they always do this, right? There's no like incoming mix-ups. It's kind of like back to neutral, like how like I think Dragon Ball FighterZ was the first that did this type of style, right? And it goes back to a fight, and you can even hear the sound. You hear the sound? Look at the sound when Dula comes in. Doesn't that have the same voiceover as Killer Instinct? Spinning the bar. Look, yo, my man, Bulletproof is fast. Yo, go for the, yeah, there's a ground bounce, there's a wall bounce, using the assist right there. And you can act the tag into Invincible if you wanted to, right? Ooh, you said, I think, did he try to bait something? I don't know. But the movement of this game feels like it's gotten a lot faster. But when I played versus how I'm looking at now, the speed has gone up like at least 2 times. Impressive. Nice. So that's the break right there. So you use the assist breaker to break the combo. Pretty much, just like I said, it's kind of like a burst when you think about it. Every character has like 2 specials. And dude, this guy, Invincible, is amazing. I don't know if they nerfed him from the previous one, but my man had some loops. He had these heavy into dash punch loops. Kind of like, he kind of remind me of like, if Superman from Injustice was able to do crazy combos, Invincible literally is that.
Okay, so yeah, y'all want to check this out? I'll put the link down below. This man is going in, man. It's crazy to think that this shit has been in development for so long. I've heard nothing of it. You have all these pros now coming out saying, "Yeah, it's been around for a while. I've played it a few times. I played every version of it. We've been knowing about it. I haven't heard a jack shit about it." And I'm such a huge fan of the show. Nothing, no leaks, not a nothing. So people have been keeping their damn mouth shut. Well done. And what about MK? I know that's kind of weird just to randomly bring that out of my ass, but I was just thinking, like, what do you think if they brought the tag system back now that we're in the fucking century or the year of the tag fighters? Do you think that the tag system would survive in Mortal Kombat? Didn't they have it like in MK9 since then, just the cameo? If they brought it back in their new game, would that be a good idea, seeing that fucking everybody going tag right now? I don't know, kind of random. But either way, I think they just need to bring back a game that lasts longer than 2 years. Anyway, I'm done talking shit. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you were feeling. Once again, this is the second video of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the first. We will see you tomorrow with at least one video. Appreciate the massive love. This was HT, and believe me, we had one of the best. We had one of the best HT cosplays I have ever seen on today's earliest video. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Either way, I will see you tomorrow. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. All right, I got it. For all the devs out there, I got it. Here we go. Here's the idea. Spitball in 2026, year of the tag fighter. Street Fighter, cross MK, cross Tekken, cross Dragon Ball Fighters, cross Def Jam, cross Power Rangers, cross Wu-Tang, cross Marvel, cross DC, cross Kung Fu Master, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, cross Double Dribble, cross Belle Delphine's Bathwater, cross my wallet, take my money.